this was a big week. So I want you to have freedom. I want your team to have freedom. I want me to have freedom, my team to have freedom. And by freedom, I mean the freedom to be in our zones of genius, doing the things that we're really, really good at, that light us up. Like it feels good to be good at things. Like there are some things that maybe we wouldn't just go choose to do them on a Saturday, but they feel really good to us because we are good at them. And so we don't mind doing them. And this last week, we moved some team members around because we just noticed that there were mistakes being made and there was a lot of double checking that had to happen. And it's because we had the wrong person in that seat. Like there's this person that's just incredible, and I knew I wanted them on my team, but I kind of wanted them to help me in more of a client-facing position, but that takes a long time to get there, a lot of training, and we just weren't ready for her to be there yet, so we had her doing admin tasks, and there was just a lot of mistakes being made, like, all the time, and so it was really stressing out another one of my team members, and I realized I'm like, "Man, I'm always, like, talking about this, like, let's get the right person in the right seats," and then we didn't have that. And so, right person, in the right seats, it's a reference to, Jim Collins, and he talks about, do you have the right people on the bus for your business? And then do you have the right people in the right seats, like fulfilling the right roles? So important. And so what we did is we made a list of all of the tasks in our business that we could think of from when a client first comes into contact with us to when, we are helping them find their virtual assistant to once we've onboarded them. And we put the person's name next to it who's doing the task. And then we put like whether or not we felt like it was a good role for them. And you can just tell because when somebody is just constantly struggling in that role, they're just probably not in the right role. And you're like, oh, but they're such a great person. They're reliable. They have such a great personality. The culture fit is amazing. They just might not be in the right role. And then we put the names of who we thought might be really good in that position. And all of a sudden we had this big like change in who we had in the different seats. And it's always hard when you shuffle, when you move team members and when you're doing the retraining and everything like that. So it's been a really big week. Although it was my executive assistant who was doing a lot of the training because she was the one that was like double checking a lot of the things. And yeah, but anyways, it is done. I feel really, really good about that. And I think I'm going to make another video on how we did that because I think it's so incredibly important. So, back to the topic of freedom. I've been realizing more and more like we're really into personality tests for our virtual assistants and trying to get the virtual assistant in the right, like in the right role. And in order to do that, you really have to make sure that they have the type of personality that likes that role. Like we have admin assistants who love admin, for example, people who love to be in front of people, like they're not necessarily the admin people, right? And so with that, I've found like really, I've really found out like where I shine. And I've kind of always known it, but I've always felt bad about myself that I just detested admin work. Like I've always kind of felt bad. I'm like, suck it up, do it. Like I can do it. I can execute well. I have discipline. I kind of roll my eyes because sometimes I feel not disciplined, but really it's just when I'm not in the right seat. Like when I'm not doing the right role, that's when I don't feel disciplined. So for myself, we're really trying to keep me in the brainstorming. Like I brainstorm with people on how to hire a virtual assistant, like what tasks they can do, and then strategizing with my clients. We're really trying to keep me in those roles. And then the business development roles. So that's where I really, really shine. And I'm excited for that. And for my clients, that's what I really want for my clients as well. I want them to just be able to be in their zones of genius. And Guy Hendricks is the one who coined the term zone of genius. He wrote The Big Leap. And I want all my clients to feel that way too. I want them to have what I have. And the way we do that it usually is by hiring a virtual assistant or if they need someone in person, they hire somebody to really own those roles that they aren't as good at or don't want to be as good at. So, super exciting. exciting times ahead. And regarding my personal freedom, I'm making some big, big, big moves. So I have my gyms in Las Vegas. I absolutely adore them. I think I'm going to have some partners coming in to help run them. So I don't do anything in them right now, but if things go bad, I'm still the one, right? Like if they go bad. And so, I mean, if the roof caves in, I'm not the one. But if there's like bigger long-term business issues, I'm the one. And so I think I'll be bringing in partners to help with that and I'll just be like a silent partner and I'll still I'll still be in the mix, but it'll be other people really running it that are there. And the biggest reason for that too is that I built this virtual assistant business partially because I really wanted to be a digital nomad. I wanted to be able to travel. I'll probably always, be a part of my gyms and go to my gyms, but I really want that freedom to go and travel. And that business, the virtual assistant business, allows me to do that. And the partners in the gyms, like they just want to be at the gym 7 days a week. That's what they want to do. And I want to be there too, but I want to go other places. So that is happening, but the sheer amount of work that it is taking to get there, like we have 3 gyms, we have to separate the financials because they were all combined. And I mean, there's 5,000 line items and Corey is helping me. He's amazing. But anyways, there's like 5,000 line items to go through, and we're doing it. And we have 500 left. And I needed to talk to the landlord of one of the places. And there's like this long list of things that I need to do in order for me to have my freedom. And I am just checking off those boxes one at a time. And it can be overwhelming if we let it because it's like, oh, so many things and so many unknowns, and I've never done this before, but one thing at a time, making it happen one thing at a time. And today is Saturday, and so on Saturdays, I really get to work on my YouTube channels, which I love. I have so much fun doing that. Where are you needing more freedom in your life? And how do we get there? Who can help? Who can take some tasks off of you? Who do you need to talk to get help? How do we get you more freedom? That's the question. I would love to hear about your journey to freedom in the comments. And if you think you need a virtual assistant, by all means, check out my website, rhinosquad.org. Book a call with me. Let's brainstorm it. Whew. Okay. You got this. I've got this. Let's go. Oh, and if you like this video, give it a like. And if you want to see more and see where the journey goes, subscribe to my channel. My goal here is to help other business owners get freedom and also just people in general. Like, it's just life, right? We're just trying to all live our lives and we're all trying to follow our joy and stay in alignment. And so that's what this channel is about as well. And of course, um, yeah, there's other things too. Happy to have you here if you're still listening. Bye.